Go. Right, this is an XJet M5. Okay, it's an M5 because of the black adjustable nozzle here. It spins around like so. Okay, now what that does is it adjusts this part of it here. You'll see the end. You see it going narrow, and what that does, that allows it to fan out and pencil jet, in other words, like that, or fan out as you go along, so it makes into a fan jet. Okay, so basically XJet is made up of this M5 section here, then you've got the main body section here, and then obviously a 1/4 inch quick release male coupling. You've also got this barb here on the side, which is where the chemical is pulled up through. Okay, so just so you understand what's inside one of these, because they are specific to the litres per minute of your pump. So what I do is I've loosened this off. It's not normally that loose. If we remove the 1/4 inch quick release coupler here, which is just a standard pressure washer fitting that's available everywhere, inside, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that? There's like a spring, and then inside there is an orifice, which is a hole basically, and that hole size is specific to your pressure washer pump. Okay, so whether that be a 15 litres per minute, 12, 21, 30. Okay, now just a word of advice: if you ever have one of these and you're going to change this fitting here, the chances are this will go fall out like that. Okay, and you won't even know you've lost it. Okay, so it's really important that you're aware that this is in here. So you have a spring, and basically what the spring does is it puts tension on the orifice here, way up, and it basically stops it going and rattling inside. Okay, so if we just have a quick look in the body here, now you can see what the orifice does is it goes in that direction, and then the spring in front of it. Okay, and that controls the suction down the barb here. Okay, all right, but this is very specific to your pressure washer, so don't just purchase any old XJet. You need to know litres per minute and pressure, and then specifically this piece here, this orifice, is chosen correctly for your machine. Okay, it all comes down to the hole size. So if we then put this back in here, like so, yep, and the spring goes in like so, and then that goes back in there, like so. I hope I'm not boring you. Right, so then what the next important thing on the XJet is this barb here. Now, I've had some people get this quite confusing, but basically when you have an XJet, you receive a bag of these little plastic proportioners. Okay, and you'll get a chart as well which explains which proportion you need, okay, for whatever soft wash recipe, whether that be traffic film remover, degreaser, sodium hypochlorite, etc. So on this card you'll see the different mix ratios and then the colour codes down the side, okay, explaining which one you need. Okay, so I've took one of these little proportions out already, so let me just move that here. They're very small, so you can lose them very easily. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so it's just a different hole size. Again, each proportioner has a different hole size, and you would choose the correct one for whatever job you're doing. So where this goes, this basically goes in to the end of this brass barb here. Okay, and it just literally, you'll see this, it's got slightly ribbed on it, and all you do is you push, he says, push that, cool, blimey, you basically just, there you go. A little bit of force never hurt anything. So the proportioner for your particular job goes in here, and then what you would then do is you'd take your pipe and press fit that on to there. Okay, and it is as simple as that. The only thing you need to learn is which proportioner you use, for which job you're going to use, etc, etc. And this isn't just for sodium hypochlorite, this can be for, like say, traffic film removers, even biocides, you know, DDAC, Algo Clear, anything basically, Ben's biocidal wash, SoftWash solutions, you name it, alright, you can use these charts to work it out for the different figures. Now on the other end of the pipe, you will have a strainer, okay, you imagine the pipe on there, I'm not going to fit it on, and what that will do is that will go into your drum of chemical. Okay, and it just stops anything going up. So what happens is the pressure washer water goes through here. It creates a vacuum inside this part of the XJet. That vacuum is what sucks up from this pipe your chemical and injects it into this part of the XJet, and then from there it will be dispensed up onto the building or onto the ground, whatever you're projecting the chemical to. Now the beauty about an XJet compared to, let's say, a downstreamer, which is normally attached near the pressure washer pump end, is this is attached right at the end of your pressure washer gun. Alright, so theoretically there's not another, on this end, there's not another 20 or 30 meters of pipe. Now if there is another 20-30 meters of pipe on there, what happens is it affects the suction or the draw here, hence the reason why downstreamers that are attached to a pressure washer generally will not inject enough chemical compared to getting recipes of 4% or anything like that. Okay, hence the reason why the XJet can be quite popular in the soft washing market. Not only that, the chemical is not injected into your pressure washer hose, so therefore you're not eroding the inside of your pressure washer hose or your gun even, you know, because obviously this is attached and injected at the end of your gun. So basically, if you've got any questions, just give us you can text on here. I think there's 10 of you watching at the moment, or once it's posted onto the group you can ask some questions about it as well. Now I'm not going to give you prices or anything like that, because this is not about selling this product, it's about teaching you what it actually does, and I'll probably share it on the buy and sell and put a price on there if anybody's interested, but ultimately it's a great bit of kit. It's not how can I put it, in the market hi, how you doing? I'll give you a like for that one. Basically, in the market, it's a bit like an adjustable spanner. You know, you've got a toolkit of equipment. Hi Ben, how you doing, buddy? It's like an adjustable. It's one of the tools that you'd have in your toolbox for soft washing. However, it's not ideal for everything. So I sort of explain it a bit like an adjustable spanner. You know, yes, you can put it on a 13mm nut, but it's not ideal. You're better off with a proper 13mm spanner or a 13mm socket wrench. So you get what I'm saying? So it's not ideal for everything. However, it certainly plays a part in soft washing, and it's a useful bit of kit to have as your toolkit of arson. It's a great way of putting down a lot of chemical quickly, but you can also use it to rinse down chemical as well. This will project up to a chimney breast on average, depending on what pressure washer pump and flow rate you got. Say hi as well. And yeah, you know, it's ultimately it's a good piece of kit. Now obviously I'm aware that I sell these, but really seriously I just want to educate people, because you could purchase one of these from America, or you could be given one on from a training course or something like that, but you do have to have specifically the orifice has to be correct for your pressure washer pump, which I showed you earlier on in the video. So if you've only just joined us, what's the suction length of the hose for the suction? The suction length is the hose. Well, the hose that comes with these is 4.5 meters long. Okay, so you can purchase your own hose and extend to that. However, hi Chris, how you doing? You can extend the hose. Now let's say if you were extending it so your drum of chemical was on the ground, and you wanted to go up a ladder, for instance, then obviously we talked about the suction here, the draw. that would be affected because of the height that you are on the ladder, and the length of pipe, this length of pipe here, that would be going down the ladder to your chemical store or whatever you're using. So that would affect the drawer and make it slightly different chemical rate. And again, it is a bit of suck it and see to get the right thing that works for you. Okay, typically a 1-on-1 mix would be to have no plastic proportioner. If I can pull this off, hang on, I'm going to break it if I'm not careful. Typically, if you wanted a 1-on-1 drawer, 1-to-1 mix, you'd take this orifice out, the plastic proportioner out, which, yeah, just had to use my teeth to grab hold of that. You'd take that out, and that would be called open, and that would normally typically give you a 1-to-1 mix. And then anything above that, it would change as you go along. So I hope that makes a lot of sense to you guys. And as I said, it's purely because I just think it's important that you guys understand what these are about. Now, in America, they supply them as well as the original XJet without this M5, which would just basically be a bit like a shooter tip or a sniper nozzle. But I think it's important to have the adjustable fan section on here. And again, when we finish, you have on this pipe here, you'll have a tap, so you can just turn the tap off and stop the chemical through, and then you can use this to rinse down as well. Or as a standalone thing, you can use it for rinsing down. There is there's a M5 twist that's available. I haven't imported them yet. It might be something that we'll look into. I know 1 or 2 of you have shown interest in those. But so yeah, there you go. That's all I've got really to say. So thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be leaving it to you to make some comments, and if you've got any questions, just leave them below. Thanks very much. Have a good day and keep soft washing. Bye.